this is day 3, start of day 3. We're in John O Groats car park. So the sign, famous sign, is just down by there. We're going to go down there in a minute. Take the minis down for a quick look. But this is where they filmed a part of Monty Carlo bust in this car park, or it may have been the older car park, was just beyond this, but it's either this building here and it had John O Groats written on the roof, or it's the one just beyond it. So I might watch the film again and take a look. But this is the place. So Horace, Hector and Hamish have made it all the way to John O Groats. Just doing a very quick video then. Here we are, all 3 minis right outside the end of the country. There it is. Give us a wave, boys. So we're at the car park, and there's one little task that I've got before we leave John O Groats and carry on a journey. In this little box here, my mum, Elaine James, has graciously painted some commemorative stones for the trip that we've got. So I'm going to get those out now. If one of you wants to open, there's one each for us, and if you want to open that one, that's the main one that we're going to leave somewhere. There's a stone beach down here, and we're going to leave this little stone on the beach as well. So it just says NC500 Mini Adventure 2022, and on the back then there's a little sentiment: be a rainbow in somebody's cloud. Llandovery to John O Groats, June 2022. So that's nice. It's quite nice, isn't it? So we've all got one each to take home. So there's one in there for you, one in there for me, and one for Led. And we'll go and take this one down now and leave it somewhere prominent on the beach. And if somebody should wish to take it home, they may do so. And if you find the rock and you find me, then please let me know on Facebook, and don't scratch my bonnet. I'm joking. You can leave. Could stick them to the car, couldn't we? We could get a stone.
Save me from
any village, yeah. So there's your rocks. Oops. I always do this wherever I go. When I climb Snowdon, I picked a stone up and I painted it. But I wanted to have these painted ready to be here. So.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Cool. Brilliant.
Little memento, and you can't buy them in the shops.
No.
Especially, I think they come from the Avon River in Port Talbot. So.
Thanks very much, Gareth, man.
There we go. Right, let's go and find Heidi Ho. So here we are then. We're on the shore of, well, John O Groats. We just had to climb along that very slippery and treacherous wall there, which was awful. Alan's just found his lunch.
Get a grip.
Get a grip.
Get a grip.
So we've decided that we're going to leave.
Yeah, perfectly formed.
We are going to leave our little NC500 rock just be here on the beach. Where do you reckon, boys? Should we put it amongst the stones there? Or just be here?
Amongst the stones, it may stay there.
Yeah. So just a little memento from Wales, and it's a stone, so it's not littering. Just as a little thank you, and maybe as a little gift for somebody if they ever come across this beach and find it. There we are, looks like a good spot. Just amongst the seaweed.
Rest in peace.
Right then, it's 10:30. We've had a nice little stop here at John O Groats. It's time to move on. Gentlemen, start your engines. So I've just gone to get back in the car. I've started it once, then turned it off, went to the toilet, and got back in it again. And as it fires into life now, you can see the sense of relief in me, because for whatever reason then that just failed to start. So it's the first breakdown of the trip, and of course it had to be Horace, but it's only a little one. just warning me, I guess, not to thing, but that's a bit strange, that, isn't it, really, because it's been driven for a long time over the last couple of days. So yeah, I've just turned the lights off now just to make sure, but fingers and toes crossed. That was it. We'll see. Luckily Aled is a bit of a mechanic and he's got his charger and things with him. Birds have pooped on it enough for it to not.
Right, let's go.
See, we're getting going. See you in a couple of hours. Unfortunately, Horace had other ideas. I moved off and it stalled again. Battery died completely. I did a look and put it down to there being something wrong with the cell in the battery. So we had a look around and I jumped in Jason's car with Jason and we headed off to Halford's Auto Centre in Wick and I picked up a brand new battery. And we were hopeful that that would solve the issue. So the battery was installed and we got Horace started and we got underway again.
Yeah. I think you're going to put this battery on now and you're going to say, well, hang on, this never run better. This doesn't actually.
Oh, I hope so.
It's going to be nice.
It is. Want to sit in the car, Fuzzy?
Take it in the car.
I'll chuck it in the middle. Drop down. Come on, Horace, for fuck's sake.
Play the fucking game.
Oh, you can put my hands on.
Gareth, is your car running okay?
Yeah, so far so good. As a precaution, I'm keeping absolutely everything switched off. There's no lights on, there's no aircon, the radio's off. I got nothing switched on at all. Aircon? You got aircon? No, what's left of it? The blowers. No blowers on, nothing. I would check your earlier, see everything off. See how things run.
We've just stopped in a Tesco's somewhere. I think we're somewhere near Ullapool, or Ullapool's in that direction. I have no idea where we are, but Horace is back on the road. Got some Scooby snacks. Aled and Jason doing the same. I get back on the road and say, oh, there's Jace. Hello. Doing the same as me.
Bit of lunch.
Aled's getting some of the food as well now. And we'll get going again then. Where are we? I don't actually know where we are.
No, I'm not sure.
No. We're somewhere. It says Ullapool over there, but that's got to be quite a distance away because that's where... Thurso. Well, there we are. Thurso. It's obviously quite a big town, in fairness. So yeah, first pit stop. I've actually got a new SD card because my SD card packed up in this yesterday. Yeah, so a couple of problems this morning, but we're getting there, hopefully.
I think there's a castle here we're going to see as well.
Oh, nice. very whistle stop in Strathy Beach now, which is about an hour away. Just taking a quick picture. Horace is in the car park. It's made it here. Hopefully it was just a battery, but this is fantastic. We're trying to play catch up a little bit now, so doing quick videos. I would have got my drone out otherwise, but not today. Right, on to the next place. Just stopped in a little place called Smooth Cave. Just the boys have gone to use the facilities. Another lovely headland down there. Literally everywhere we've gone for the last sort of 30 or 40 miles, I could stop every 2 seconds and spend an hour on the beach taking photos. The place is absolutely amazing. So we're about at 3 o'clock in the afternoon now. Horace broke down this morning at 10. It's had a new battery, and so far it seems to be still alive. It's stopped idling for about 2 hours, and I was having to control the revs to keep it going, but it's getting better, so I don't know whether perhaps that battery was a little bit flat or whether there's another issue. Hector's doing great. Hamish is doing great as well. The diesels have been faultless so far, in fairness. It's just Horace, but we were anticipating a bit of fun with this one. It's looking good though in the sun. Probably needs a bit of a clean. It's got some bird poo on it on the side there. Apart from that, it's doing great. We've been following these three gents with some bikes for the last couple of miles. In fairness, the cars are getting out of the way from them because it's mostly single track road that we're driving on now, but the bikes have been great in fairness. For the most part today, the other road users have been amazing too. There's no, like yesterday we experienced a couple of like lunatics trying to, get past in dangerous areas and things, but none of that today. It's been much more sensible on the top roads. It doesn't feel like you're in the UK. It feels like a foreign country up here. It's very, very picturesque, and I don't know. It's almost like time is forgotten this part though of Scotland. Fantastic up here.
Continue for 42 miles.
Just arrived here at Ullapool Bridge. This is the curved bridge that you see in all the NC500 pictures. This is a zone. It is absolutely beautiful here. It's like a curved bridge from the air. You get absolute amazing images from up above. I think people climb up on that outcrop up there, which I'm tempted to do. We can get up on there somehow, take a picture from up there, and then get those in the background. You got that for a view as well. Great, stunning.
descent, descent. I've hit my bumper about 3 times going down that hill. The trim.
Yeah, I got major problems here. I just had to bump start the car, and yeah, it's I'm getting everything all but he's got some bits of stuff, so crap. So I'll say we have to go straight to the hotel, I think.
Right, try coming over to that parking point for there, and then what we'll have to do is Jace may have to swap batteries, bump start one of them, and then he'll cover you in. But yeah, pull him here, pull him here, pull him here, pull him here. 3 in a row.
Yeah, morning on that.
Round 2, Jason's bonnet up, but it's not his car's problem, it's, yep, you got it, Horace. We think the alternator's gone. So the new battery we put on it today has got me this far, but not all the way. In fairness, the scenery around here is bloody gorgeous, but not what I wanted to see. So we're going to pinch the battery out of Jason's car to try and get this back to the hotel, and then see if I can get some kind of battery charger to put that one on charge overnight, and twice a day then. The next 2 days to get it home, and then probably a new alternator in this near future. But that's not something we can do on the side of the road, unfortunately. So we've just arrived at a place not far from Ullapool, but this is the view here. Just you can't beat that, it's amazing. And this is our hotel, believe it or not. Just saying, this is where we're staying tonight. Horace has made it. It's on its third battery of the day. Yeah, third battery. Well, that's the battery out of that one. But it doesn't matter, it got me here. That's the main thing. It's still in one piece. I have to sort out in the morning what we're doing with it and go from there. But in the meantime, how are we playing? Top gear take. Right. Then end of day 3. We've settled in a hotel and we've settled down to discuss fuel bills. So what we've decided, and yeah, we'll get the parts bills. So what we've decided to do, because I already had fuel in my tank when we filled up. I had half a tank, and you had a little bit of fuel as well, didn't you?
Yeah,
I was empty.
And
our lid was empty.
Our lid was the only one that was empty. So what we've decided to do is we're going to scratch this part of the fuel bill and the running total, and we'll just keep it 2 from there onwards. So
that becomes 1.
This one becomes 1, and so on and so forth. And the reason for that is fair. And there was an empty tank on that day, and from every day hopefully since. So starting with Jason, because you're on the left, how much fuel did you buy today?
Today it was 20.03.
It was
so
20 litres.
20 litres to the brim.
To the brim.
20 litres, okay.
And that was 40 quid.
40 quid. Do you remember? So that was £2 a litre.
It was 199.9.
199.9.
199.9. Not 100 pence. Okay. Alright.
Well, mine was 19.6 litres, or 19 litres.
19.6 litres.
Which came to about £39. 20 pence.
20. Same price, 199.9.
Yes.
And I've already done fueled up there, so I've got to come down to the next row, and it cost me
You had a double fuel day.
£52.74, and I got 27.77 litres at 189.9. So yes, it cost me a bit more money than you two today. You both paid 40 quid and I paid just over 50 quid for fuel. I got more fuel for it. But roughly how much fuel have you got in your tank at the end of the day?
How much have I got left?
Yeah.
I've got over 3/4 of the tank.
About 3/4 of the tank.
Whereas I'm going to need to fill up again in the morning. So I've got about just between 1/4 and a half a tank left, because we've done a bit less mileage today than yesterday.
To be honest, I think today's roads were challenging on the car in terms of driving hills up and down the road network, up and down the box. So mine has gone. It's probably the same as Jason. Gone from 3/4 tank. You'd have about 400-500 miles left to now 300 miles. Just over 300 miles left. So I think the change in roads tomorrow may increase the MPG again now, because my MPG has gone below 75 5 miles to Calais.
And yours, probably the same.
Probably the same.
Whereas mine has dropped down to 44 now. So
Yeah, but the thing is,
that's not too bad, but still.
It's the car computer, so
Yeah.
now effectively we're
should
working
be
out
able
from
to
here
work out here
sufficiently,
exactly
yeah.
what the MPG is by the time we get to the end of the trip now. So we got day 4 tomorrow. Day 4 or day 3? This is day 3.
This is end of day 3.
This is end of day 3. It's day 4 tomorrow. And then we got one more a wee dram. And then we got one more day after that. And so end of day 5, we'll have an idea how much the fuel. We'll have to stop somewhere just before we get home and do this again, I think, just to
We'd have to fill it.
Yeah.
And it back to full then, and
Back to full and then see
sort of consumption then.
work how much it's cost then.
Yeah.
Tidy, right?
So we could pick a point where we do the full,
Yeah.
and then it'll give us the
Give us an idea. Right, and following on from the fuel bill then, I've got out my extremely accurate map of the UK, and we've decided to show the continuation of the tour. So we started out this morning, all 3 cars were absolutely fine and working well, and we started out here in Wick. We spent a night there in a lovely little hotel in fairness, in the harbour. We left Wick early on purpose to go all the way up here to John O Groats, right at the very top of Scotland. Is the
point,
John O Groats. I know where that is now because I've been there. Twice. There's a good story behind that, because when we got there, we spent about an hour then, and the plan was today that we were going to leave about 10ish and we were going to start on the rest of our route, but Horace had other ideas. Horace decided,
no, it didn't crash.
No. Horace decided that he wanted to stay in John O Groats and break down the first time. So we had to get the white Mini, and we had to drive all the way back down here, another half hour back down to Wick, pick up a battery, and then drive all the way back up here to John O Groats, where our lid had stripped the battery out of this red thing, and we put a new battery in it, and it was okay then. So we were back on the road, but it was by this time it was about 11:15, wasn't it? So we easily lost the 2 hours in John O Groats. Then we went
chugging along all the way, going good then. Well, we thought it was a battery issue, so
that direction for a couple of hours. Yeah,
a good couple of hours.
We stopped a few times along the way to see like beaches and various things, and for me to go to the toilet like 6 times.
We had to play catch up though, didn't we?
Yeah, so we were trying to sort of make a bit of ground, and then we got to. Oh, I'll tell you where we went. We went over that bridge, didn't we? What was the name of that bridge? We went over. The bridge on
the bridge I call it.
From the NC500 tour that everyone takes a picture of. We went over that, took some nice pictures, stopped.
It's the key, isn't it? It's
can't remember what it's called.
I'll tell you now.
It's in this area. That's
School Bridge.
That's the one.
School Bridge.
Yeah.
That's the one.
That's the one, and it's my geographies are awesome, so it's sort of in this area. I might even go around the corner like that.
I don't know. School Bridge or somewhere
So
down there.
there's more over there, but we went that way to the bridge, stopped, and then we carried on going. Except we
literally went up here then.
we went about 100 meters or so, and then it broke down again. Second time in the rain, in the middle of bloody nowhere, and
the back and beyond, I think it's called.
Beyond, sheep everywhere.
Yeah. Yep. And this time we were I was in major trouble because basically it wasn't the battery, was it?
No, it turned out to be an alternator.
The alternator.
Which we had the choice of when we first in John O Groats. We weren't too sure if it was either
battery or the alternator.
But what we're doing now is, it's a great game. It's called Carpool Battery. So we're swapping batteries just to keep Horace going.
Every couple of hours we've got to pull over, stop. Alan's got to take the battery out of Horace and swap it for the battery for Jason's Mini, Hamish. So basically I don't have an alternator anymore. It's there, and it's a kind of a sort of ornament really, and because the only place I can really fix that is back here in Wales, or somewhere another option is to abandon ship and leave Horace in Scotland.
Somewhere down here, close to Yeah, there.
Yeah. Or option 3 is to make like the challenge job and just throw it over the side of a cliff into the sea. So that's option 3.
You've got a good cliff here though.
Yeah. So anyway, we managed to swap the battery, got it back on its running, but this time I couldn't turn the lights on, I couldn't turn the wipers on, the heaters, pretty much anything that could sort of make the battery drain. So I did sort of limp all the way back then as cautiously as possible until
2 hours?
2 hours.
2 hours.
Until we got to
Because we went all the way here. We went across
right
all the
around
way
those
and down,
bays,
and then
till
we
got
came back to there.
which is a place called, well, Ullapool is next to it, isn't it?
Ardmar.
Ardmar is where we are now.
Yeah, which
right
is
there.
absolutely beautiful.
I can't spell that, so I'm not even gonna try. Go on.
So that is. Whoop. So that is
Ardmar.
M-A-I-R.
So that's where we are now, and that's the view outside. And I'll probably have put more clips of that, but we're literally in a little tiny. What's a B&B, isn't it? What's it called? Skylark B&B.
Skylark B&B.
And
Well, we can't call it tiny because it's
it's a big house. Well, that's the view of the window. There's the cars. There's the broken one. And yeah, it's 10:30 at night. That's the view.
And then we've got cake finds.
Yeah, due to my car breaking down twice, there's 2 lots of cakes. So Ali's quite hungry for cake, so seeing as you did all the fixing, you can choose and choose the first cake.
So yeah, so we're all
We're gonna eat cake now and tea, and then we're probably gonna go to bed and do it all again tomorrow. Hopefully, let's see if we can get Horace moving in the morning.
Put him on the jump lead for a little while tomorrow.
Get him going on jump leads.
Get it fully charged up.
We're aiming for Fort William tomorrow.
Fort William tomorrow.
So via Applecross.
And at that point we've kind of finished the NC500 route.
So so we go all the way across here, up around, and then we're going to go back to Fort William,
and that's
and that is our NC500, which is actually 600 miles.
Yeah.
We've done NC600.
Because we've done a little bit more, and we're not finished there really, because we've still got another day yet, and we're going to poach from there and carry on going. We're going to go back to Glencoe, just to do a bit of sightseeing around there, and then we're going to come this way, hopefully stopping on Hadrian's Wall somewhere around here. No, sorry, it's down here somewhere. And then back all the way down here, back to Wales, and hopefully get my little Horace and the other 2 cars, which have performed, touch wood, lovely, all the way.
So far, so good.
All the way down to the Wales and back home on Sunday evening, by then, probably about this time of night, I reckon, by the time we get home.
I think
it'll be quite late, so
this time of night.
yeah. So we are there. Happy days.